Today, I'm going to teach you this one trick to increase your savings by 30% without cutting out your trips to Target. Who wants that? Let's get started. My clients love Target, and I'll have to say I love Target too. I love watching the reels and videos on Instagram making fun about trying to buy mascara or one thing at Target, and then you leave the store with like $200 worth of stuff. I realize that can be a pain point for a lot of families, and if you were to just look at that one thing, that maybe that's the problem for why you don't have money in savings, I'm here to challenge you to say that's not the reason you don't have money in savings. Here's one trick that you can do today, right now, that will give you clarity on how to get more money in savings, and you don't have to say goodbye to Target. So in my world, to stop budgeting, that's really, honestly, that's the first thing that you can stop doing right now is stop budgeting. I had a meeting with a client last week and she brought in her budget. It was so neat and clean on this piece of paper, and the first thing I did was throw it. And she goes, "Don't throw my money on the floor." We started laughing. But honestly, what we did is I looked at that and I go, "Well, how do you apply this on a daily basis?" She's like, "I don't. I can see how this works. I can see how my money could work for me, but I have no idea how to implement it." So for you, immediately, hard stop budgeting, and do this instead. Here's the trick. Open up a spending account. That's it. Open up a spending account. Stop banking out of one account and trying to keep track of all of those transactions in the same account. It's really hard for most families to keep track of their choices on a regular basis, especially if you're running a debit card out of the same account that you're paying your bills out of. Here's why. You might have a tracker somewhere. Maybe you have an app somewhere that keeps track of where all your money goes. But on a Tuesday afternoon, if you need to stop and get something, I don't know, from Target, and you look at your bank account, and then you look at your budget, and then you look at your bank account, and you look at your budget, do you really know where your money is and what you have to spend at Target? The answer is no. More than likely, you don't. You might have to look in an app and see that you've got a certain number allocated for your Target trips. I doubt it. Just calling you out. I know you. Hey, I know you. And somewhere it theoretically makes sense that you should have money, you make good money, and you can't figure out what the heck is going on. So stop it immediately, open a spending account. This one thing is going to provide so much more clarity, because also if you're using a debit card out of your main account and you have a bill that, I don't know, let's say got paid but hasn't cleared the account yet, and you think that maybe you have $1,000 in your bank account, but that bill hasn't cleared and you don't know that it hasn't cleared, and then in a pinch your kid needs something and you run to Target and you run your debit card, and then all of a sudden that bill clears. I know this because I've done this. This has happened to me. This happens to my clients. This has nothing to do with the fact that you don't make great money. I know you make great money. This has nothing to do with the fact that you're successful. I know you're successful. It just kind of feels messy and like a hot mess right now financially. That's because it's not organized well. So let's reorganize it. In your spending account, every paycheck, I don't know, maybe you get paid once a month, every other week, once a week, whatever that is, put money over into your spending account. You could just have a Target spending account. That's it. That purpose of that account is for you to shop at Target. And you put, I don't know, $100 a week, $200 a week, whatever that number is for you. There's ways for you to learn how to do this. I can teach you how to do this. When I share this with my clients, a light bulb goes off. How amazing would it be for you in the moment to know that in your spending account, you have what you need to run to Target, to buy what you need there. Maybe you only need mascara, and maybe you have $100 in that account. But if it's only there for you to spend it. Enjoy it. Get whatever else you need at Target, or don't need at Target. It's okay. A spending account in the moment gives you the freedom to make decisions knowing that your bills are still going to be paid on time, and you're going to be able to put money in savings, which is the whole point of this video in the first place. You might think that by saying, here's how to add 30% to your savings account, I'm going to talk to you about all the ways that you can save. Not immediately. I want to talk about all the ways that you can spend in a new way so that there's money left over after bills are paid, and then you move that into savings. The other thing that you want to do in your spending account is use it for spending and spending only. That will give you the freedom and the fun that you really want because you work so hard for it anyway. The freedom and the fun to spend in that account, and then the money that you have after bills, move over into a savings account. By having a spending account, you can then keep money in savings. How often have you moved money to savings and then transferred it back into your operating account, and then into savings and then back into your operating account? It's a false sense of hope because you know that money's not going to stay in savings. By having a spending account and controlling your spending, by having a main operating account and knowing that your bills are going to get paid out of there, whatever's left at the end of the month, you can move to savings and you can keep it there. This one thing that my clients do increases their savings at a minimum by 30% every single month. You're going to start to see that you have a lot more money than you think you do. And if you're not saving anything at all, it's going to be a lot easier to increase your savings by 30%. But what if you could do it by more? Have a spending account. Give yourself permission to spend. I'm not saying spend all of it. I'm saying with clarity, know what you have to spend, know what you need to pay your bills, put the rest in savings, and then start saving for your future. It really can be that simple. In my 3-account system, in my Stop Budgeting course, you're gonna learn how to do this step by step. I really hope that you take me up on the offer of the Stop Budgeting course to learn how you can pay your bills, spend guilt-free, and build wealth. It is all possible for you. So today, the one trick, if you want to increase savings by 30%, open a spending account and start spending from there.